Good evening and welcome to Warhammer Wednesdays. We've been away for a week, but we're back again. This is Once Upon a Time in the Old World. And this is my band of brutal butchers. We'll start with Roger tonight.
Hi, I'm Roger and I'm playing Johan von Erfinder, the Human Master Engineer. And I spent some XP on upping ranged engineering and cool.
Okay. Hagen.
I'm Aaron, and I am playing Hagen, Ritter von Delbers, the Sergeant Templar to the Order of the White Wolf. And I was originally going to spend my XP to increase my initiative far beyond that of our elf, but I decided that Ilmarin should stay the fastest, at least for now. So I picked up instead the second rank of Combat Master. So now it takes 6 creatures to outnumber me in combat.
More and more daunting every time.
So he's a one-trick pony, but that's a hard trick to get over.
So we'll move on to Mordek Dan. Just about there, yeah.
Okay. Hey up, it be Mordek, and I've been mostly spending my XP on gambling.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. And last but not least, it's Ilmarin Dan.
Good evening all, I am Dan and I am playing Ilmarin, still fastest member of the party for now. And I spent my XP on my last couple of talents so that I can finally go up to level 2 on the Magister Vigilant path of magic and hunting evil chaos things.
Excellent. So, to recap, after some misunderstanding with a Bretonnian Blood Knight, they made friends with him and they decided to help him in thwarting the undead threat in the area. And they've travelled to an old shrine site, which was a shrine to Ulrich. And they got there, the shrine had been desecrated, or desiccated if it was coconut. And there was a cave there. They've travelled into the cave. They've had a bit of a run-in with some ghost-type creatures, maybe wraiths, maybe some form of etherealness. Yeah. Hagen, well, they lasted seconds. I believe Mordek didn't like the fact that they were there and tried to hide his face. And Johan has gathered some wild water, I believe, which is one of the things that they've been looking for. So, yeah, these 2 wraith ethereal things were dispatched, and they're in a large cave with a little spring that looks like fresh water, which is where Johan has collected the water from. And at the far side of the cave is quite a sizable pool that leads up to the back wall of the cave. Okay. And there is something moving in the water. It looks like it could be surfacing.
Hagen's approaching the edge of the pool to confront whatever might be surfacing if necessary, to ensure that they fulfill their promise to the Blood Knight and try to cleanse this area.
Blood Knight who's not a Blood Knight, right? Because that's what we've established at this point.
Well, we don't know what he is.
He's a member of the Blood Knights.
Yeah.
If he's a member of the Blood Knights, he's definitely a vampire.
Well, no, Chevalier de Sang, yeah. So, yeah, they're Bretonnians, so they don't think like everybody else, do they? So, but no, he is of that order. But
his wife is definitely a vampire, but
well, I believe that's the thought process. But yeah, as you stand by the pool, it's quite dark, this pool is, but walking up from the pool as if it's on some sort of gradient appears 2 skeletons swinging their swords.
Splat, splat.
So,
Bang.
would you like, being as you're going to attack faster than them, would you like to make it a hit against them?
I would love to do that. Let me reset my advantage to 0 and swing Hammerzite. 24 versus 85 for +6 SL to the left leg of one of these skeletons.
Excellent.
Remember, Jim, you still get to roll just on the off chance you get a crit, because you're certainly not beating that. Unless these are really, really good skeletons.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there you go. Sorry, but I was trying to get Twitch to work. Right, okay, so, +6. Well, I have 2 mighty skeletons. Oh, well, just one of the skeletons is going to attempt to block because he's only being hit by 1 attack. Skeleton, skeleton, skeleton. Here we go. Fear the Reaper.
So he takes 23 points of damage to the left leg.
Oh my goodness, he fumbled as well. Oh, he goes to hit you with his sword, and I'm going to have it a slightly different fumble. He takes the skeleton's arm off next to him.
Fantastic.
As you smash him to bits.
And so I will forego my advantage to enact my furious assault and swing at the second skeleton.
Excellent.
Critical.
He's got a bleeding hand. He doesn't have no flesh though, so touche.
Yeah, I think he just
Fair
takes
enough.
extra wounds, but
Just
I
the
don't
extra
think he gains the
wounds, yeah.
bleeding.
But yeah, he
No,
might
I'm not
want it.
having that. Oh goodness me, he's got no wounds to take, so no.
Okay. Okay, so he only takes 29 points of damage then to the left arm.
Again, he gets smashed into little bits.
At
Where
this
are my
point, I feel
friends
like
that are undead?
I think at this point we're going to have to throw a vampire riding a dragon at Hagen. I think that's the only way.
Meanwhile,
a vampire riding an undead dragon, you say?
Johan will invent the deck chair so we can all sit and watch.
Okay, these 2 skeletons are dead. The smashed at your feet.
Dead.
They're
And if
re-dead.
you look into the water, could you make me a perception roll, please, Hagen?
Now we get to see some of Hagen's weaknesses. I did okay. +6, astounding success.
There looks to be a black doorway at the bottom of the pool against the wall.
How deep does the pool look?
Probably about, you're not really sure, about 10 to 15 feet maybe.
My friends, there appears to be some sort of black door within this pool.
I ain't getting in no water.
Yeah, Dowie can't swim. I'll go in the water though. Elves can swim.
You notice another skeleton coming through the doorway.
The undead appear to be pouring through the door.
I mean, pouring might be an exaggeration, Hagen.
I mean, well, feel free to go for a swim, Ilmarin. I'm not sure how swimming would go for Hagen, given all that metal.
You would sink.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
It does look like it's on a gradient, and this skeleton is actually trudging its way up the side. So there's no like sheer drop.
It also results in drowning.
I mean,
And,
Hagen is willing to remove his armor and go in with Ilmarin just in his clothes because he's dumb enough to do something like that. But
I mean, ignoring the skeleton walking up, is there any sort of like magical, like does it look like the water stops at the doorway?
It just looks like it runs up against it, and yeah, the doorway just seems to be shifting a little bit. You sense some form of magic, some sort of travel magic.
I think we would be able to go down and walk through that door, and there might not be water on the other side. I add might not be water on the other side.
Well, I don't know if you want it to care to check.
I mean, what we could do is we could walk down and walk through, and if there's water on the other side, we just walk back up.
I trust you, Elmore, and if that's what your judgment is, I'm willing to go through the door.
Jim, do I think I've got anything on me that I could use to waterproof my pistols? As in something to put them in?
If you've got a big enough flask, then maybe. But no, not really. You could wrap them in
Leather poncho.
It would soak right through.
Yeah, but at least it'd stop the direct contact with water.
Well, you guys go ahead. I will wait here because as soon as I go through there, I can't do anything.
Fair enough, Johan. I'm
Water
happy to
and
give you
black
a
powder
dagger
do
if
not
you want.
match. I think you've seen my knife skills to know well enough what a bad idea that would be.
Aye, that's fair. Well, you can guard our withdrawal.
Okay, then.
I say Dowie and water don't mix. I'll be staying here.
All right, Elmar, and it's you and E. Master duelist and Knight of the White Wolf, shoulder to shoulder once again.
Did you want to take any of that metal off so you don't sink like a stone?
Well, it'll help me walk through.
He'll just walk straight down.
Okay.
I imagine we can forego with rolling to bop the skeleton on the head.
Yeah. He gets back as soon as he appears. I'm not going to get highly involved in that.
Like whack-a-mole, just going to come out.
So you both trudge down. Could you both make me a easy endurance roll, please?
Toughness or skill endurance? Sorry. Okay. Easy.
Yeah, so you hold your breath well enough and you get down to this doorway. Now, around the door, you can actually see like a black stone archway. Okay, and it's got some runes on it that aren't glowing, but you do recognise them as arcane marks, sigils, more than anything, sigils, should I say, not sigils. You don't recognise what they are, but like I said, it is some form of transportation magic.
Yeah, okay. Can I use language magic to try and partially decipher them?
You just reckon all you'll get is that it is transportation.
Then I guess we're stepping through, but we're not talking to each other because we're underwater. So imagine Imran just goes, we both just walk through.
You both step through the doorway, and we shall leave you two there a minute. Okay, Johan and Mordek, you see them disappear through this doorway, and as they go through, there's a large sucking noise. As the water seems to be pulled through the doorway after them until everything is dry or it's wet, but all that's left in there is a few bones and a couple of swords and things that the skeletons were holding.
Oh, that's a bit odd.
It'll be some dark magic, I say.
I think the water must have followed them through, perhaps.
Maybe no physicist. I don't know how that be working.
See, physics I could understand, but magic, no. I'm no witch.
So it ain't be science, then it be magic.
Well, I mean, if there was a plug hole down there, I could understand it, but it's some kind of magical doorway as far as I could tell.
Could the doorway be acting like a look?
Possibly, perhaps the water has retreated alongside Hagen and Ilmarin.
Does that mean the water level's now gone down?
Say again.
Has the water level gone down?
Yes.
How high is it now?
There's basically a couple of puddles on the floor.
Right, did you want to go and take a look?
I've been wanting to go and take a look at that, but I don't be wanting to take off my armor. I don't want to be walking in no empty pond.
Well, as you can see, there's only a few puddles at the moment. I'm just slightly more concerned about what's on the other side. But go right ahead. You will be a right old brave, and then I'll say a word in classical that Mordek won't understand, which means canary to anyone else.
Right, I'm gonna go down.
Okay. Are you going through the doorway?
Yes.
Okay. And you're staying on the other side for now, Johan, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to wait and see what happens.
Okay. Okay, so Hagen and Ilmarin, you step through the doorway and you step basically straight, you feel like you're in the same pool. You've walked through the door and you're in a pool with a gradient going up and with the door behind you. Only this time, the door looks like brickwork in between the archway.
Hagen will quickly walk up the gradient so he can get, hopefully, to air, and so he can discuss this with Ilmarin.
Okay.
Mine does exactly the same thing.
Okay, you walk up the gradient, you leave the water. You're in like a cavern that is mostly this pool. There's an exit leading away from the cavern. But you notice on the floor is about a foot of mist, thick mist. And it's very, very cold.
My friend, do you have an explanation for this?
How curious. And Ilmarin starts like sort of waving his hand in the mist, to see what it does. And no, I don't have an idea what this is. It looks like mist. It's very cold in here. Perhaps the warmth and the damp and the cold have all come together to make a sort of a misty. Also, classical bad guy. It's misty.
Where do you think we could be? I mean, did that door transport us
But it's certainly
miles or continents?
Ilmarin, you feel very uncomfortable.
I mean, Ilmarin seems to always feel uncomfortable. So, I mean, that's not an unusual feeling for Ilmarin these days.
Your spidey sense is tickling your favour at the moment.
Okay.
Getting a good tickle.
At that point, Mordek, you enter through the doorway and see exactly the same things. As you look up, you're holding your breath all right, and everything, or you seem to, basically you've gone through and all of a sudden you're in water.
Right.
Okay.
Am I drowning?
Make me an endurance roll, easy.
Am I still under the effects of breaking/fear from?
I'm going to say no. I'm going to be kind.
I need to take those effects. Skills. So what was it? Endurance.
Yes.
Way.
But you can see Ilmarin and Hagen at the time. You sort of trudge your way up,
I'm going to yes.
and you see the same thing. It's very cold up here. Your armor is dripping with water, the same as Hagen's. Obviously you're very soaked as well, Ilmarin. But there's this mist.
So we're all wet and cold, correct?
Yes.
I am going to take is there any sort of like sticks or anything in the room or anything like that?
No.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna set
Break your bow.
No. We don't break. We don't break an elven bow. This is not like a standard bow. This is an elven bow. Don't ever say that again. No, I'm gonna try and set my sword to flame. No, I can't cast magic. I've never cast a spell in this stupid game. No, my hands just fizzle again. I'm trying to cast fire, but no. I tried to warm us up. Is what I was trying to do.
Okay.
Just hear Ilmarin speaking some what sound quite harsh words in Elven as he's trying to like run his hand on his sword. And you just think, what the hell is he doing?
Any other way out of it?
There's a entrance way just there, or an exit way, however you look at it.
Go and have a look.
Where's Johan?
You can stand in guard on the other side.
See, then this is the problem with black powder. See, that's why the elves don't use it. You know, you can't use it when it gets wet, can you? What happens if it rains and you're in the middle of a battle?
Well, something magical happened when you went through.
Oh yeah.
All the water kind of drained out the pond.
Oh.
Up above.
Okay, so the water got displaced as well as us. Interesting. I wonder if we walked back the other way, whether the water would follow us. Oh well, that's for another time.
Vortex spits on the floor.
How can we tell Johan we're okay?
He'll have faith. I'm sure he'll stay.
Ilmarin writes a little note and shoots it back through the other way.
Said more tissue.
So you go back into the water.
No, I'm just gonna get my bow and shoot.
The arrow wouldn't make it 15 feet through water.
It doesn't know.
It hits the brick wall that is where the doorway was.
And it's stuck in it.
It bounces off. Well, it floats off from it.
Oh.
We have to have faith in Johan. He'll figure it out.
I'm sure Johan will be fine, but I'd just like to point out that we can't go back the way we just came.
Well, then we can only hope that we're not too far from our original entry point. But let's cleanse this place in Ulrich's name.
Okay, Hagen. Well,
has Hagen got his armor on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just walked in my armor.
What's a little water amongst friends, hey? Okay.
Hagen had complete faith in Ilmarin's magical assessment of the pond. He was like, if he says it's okay, I'm going. He's not real bright.
Ilmarin has also given you a warning that something doesn't feel quite right here, and we should be on guard to both the physical world and the magical world. And, try to be a brave Dowie while we're down here.
Okay, so there is an entrance to this cave on to the south, which is where you're facing. All the rest of this cavern, this small cavern area, is this pool. You just stood on the edge of it.
So we march towards that entrance.
Okay, so you walk through it and you enter quite a large cave. It's huge. The mist is still there, but it's not as dense as it was. And all around this room look like mounds the size of maybe a body, and there's lots of them. It almost looks like a field of freshly dug graves. And the regalia around this room look like it was once, and there's tapestries and there's cave paintings and all sorts that looks. You recognise these works of art, Hagen, as Ulrican, and there's basically feces and blood and all sorts of ichor that have been wiped over them. They've been ripped. They've been burnt. There's a couple of white wolves that have been speared, that are just been like impaled on spikes from on the floor, that look like they've rotted away. This looks like it was part of maybe a temple or a chapel or something, an underground temple. It maybe even looks like where a wolf would keep its litter. Maybe it looks like it was once a holy site of Ulrich, but now it's just been ruined and destroyed to the point where it's making you feel really, really uncomfortable.
Whoever or whatever has desecrated this holy site to Ulrich should be dealt with, but first we must try to cleanse this site as much as we can. I only wish that Carolyn was here with us still, so she could bring the blessing of Ulrich down upon this holy site. And
while Hagen's doing his rhetoric, Ilmarin's going to be looking at the artwork and we're trying to decipher how old this place actually is. I'm guessing it's not a modern temple.
No, make me a perception roll, please, Ilmarin.
+3.
Okay. You obviously take care in crossing the room and having a look at all this artwork and stuff. It looks like it's been here a long time. Not ancient as in elven old, but human wise it is very, very old. Maybe a couple of 100 years, maybe. But yeah, it's very old. But while you're looking, you notice that down by your feet are two skeletal remains of two knights that have still got ruined armor on them, but the armor looked very similar to what Hagen has worn in the past.
Oh, I draw Hagen's attention to it. Hagen,
and one of them has his hand up near the wall, and it etched into the wall, is only the living can enter.
I believe these are fallen brothers of yours from centuries past.
Poor souls. What do you make of this marking on the wall? Only the living can enter. Where?
It's not unusual for temples, especially old temples like this, to have maybe hidden entrances or hidden locations. Maybe they knew the enemy that was coming for them wasn't alive, and maybe they put wards, because you have your own priests that can do things like that, correct?
That's true. Perhaps while I say rights over these two brothers of mine, you and Mordek, with your more sensitive senses, can see if you can find this entrance that they speak of.
Oh, wow. If anything, our Dowie friend will be master of at least a better knowledge than I will of underground stonework.
Indeed. I say I have a question about that. Now, we know that this be the temple that we came looking for, but have we moved a significant distance from where we were? Is there any way to be telling?
Not that I can see or know of, and unfortunately, as this temple is probably on no map, we're unlikely to be able to decipher how far we've actually travelled.
Jim?
Yeah?
Would I be pushing the boat out a bit?
Say again, buddy, sorry.
Would I be pushing out the boat a bit if I said, if I could recognise the kind of rock work that we are in this cave as now?
I
Like
didn't get the
where we
last
were-
bit. Sorry, buddy.
At the cave that we're in.
Yep.
Is it a different kind of rock to the one we were in?
No, it's the same.
That's my idea of how to do it.
Okay. Jim, I'm going to sort of scan over the room with second sight to see if there's any, because even if it's sort of godly, priestly magic, it might show up as magic if there's like a secret entrance or there's a secret sort of seal.
So to the north of you, which is the sort of direction that you came into the room, you came in from the sort of northeast side. Directly north, there is like a corridor that leads away from this room. There's also a corridor down to the south of the room that leads away from this cave. You get the feeling that there's some sort of when you're sort of scanning it out, you feel the power of death all around you. Yeah, as if you don't feel like you're where you should be. You don't feel at home anymore. You feel very far away from your forests.
I have no clearer picture of where we should travel, though.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mara, do you think we've entered the very gardens of Moore himself?
Well, I should hope not, because Moore is not my god, and I don't think I'd be welcome.
Mine.
And so I don't believe I'd be welcome in his realm. Unfortunately, I have no clearer path for us. There are two ways to travel. We should probably maybe gamble on it or roll a dice on it and see which way we should travel. And let the very gods themselves guide our feet. Perhaps Ulrich can guide us. This is his temple after all.
That is fair. So Hagen will just. So there was the north, and
There's a like a corridor that leads away to the south as well.
Hagen will be like, "Let's continue south then."
It looks like if this was a temple, the south entrance would be maybe where the Ulrich shamans or the Ulrich priests or whatever, that's where they would maybe home themselves, or but yeah.
And does
Okay.
and the north, does it have a particular distinct look to it?
It's probably an exit, maybe.
Okay, continue to the south then.
Yeah, okay.
I always like traveling south. Feels like I'm going downhill.
Okay, so you travel south, and as you travel through this sort of cavernous corridor, suddenly, Mordek, the surroundings seem more artificial, sort of dwarven, man-made. Okay, and it seems to be like proper rooms have been carved and built here now, and there's brickwork and there's proper stonework. And
Be this human or Dowie or someone else.
It looks like it's been human made, but you basically turn the corner and there is a stone door that is shut.
Any markings on it of any kind?
No.
Nothing that says, magic
Other
password.
than something that has been etched into the door that just simply reads "in I-N."
Is there anything magical about said door?
Doesn't look like it, and it doesn't feel like it.
Ilmarin looks to Hagen to try and push open the door because it's obviously a big stone door, and Ilmarin's not that strong.
Hagen will proceed. He'll go up to the door and try to lever it open.
Okay, you shove and it opens after a little bit of force. But as you sort of ease off, it pushes back at you as though it's like spring loaded. And as you look up, there is quite up into the archway. It does look like there's a big sort of mechanism that it looks like a modern fire door here, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you push it and you enter into this complete darkness.
Hagen would light a torch, pull out his tinderbox and light a torch. Unless,
Cast a spell!
Oh my goodness!
I cast a spell.
Fantastic.
There's light.
Excellent.
I think I
For
can afford a
48
little more
minutes.
light here.
Okay. Johan, are you okay where you are?
I can see Dad shaking his head. Sorry.
Yeah, Johan. It's only been a couple of minutes. Johan's quite
Totally.
happily standing guard.
Okay. So you cast light. This room is quite sizable. It's about 30 foot square. In the middle of the room on the floor is a circle with a triangle drawn inside it, that the points of the triangle actually exit the circle. And on the point of each circle, of each point of the triangle stands like a black staff rod that is sort of into the floor. All around the circle are runes. Runes that make you feel uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm out. Last time I saw one of these things and we messed with it, it was a demon thing in the basement of Hagen's family's house. So I'm out. I remember that. Yep, I'm done. It was nice traveling south. Let's travel north instead.
Okay. So Ilmarin goes back through the door.
Is there anything else in the room other than this uncomfortable?
There is another. Let me pull my map up. There is another entrance on the south side of the room. And it looks a door very similar to the one that you've just come through.
Elmarin, before you depart, let's continue around this room and avoid this arcane circle and continue south through the other door.
Nobody touch it. Nobody break anything. Nobody move anything. Nobody touch anything. I swear by all the other gods, if we open up a chaos gate realm thing again, I'm done. I'm going home.
I take it you've all got the door open at the moment. Am I right in saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ilmarin would have suggested we look around for like maybe some rock or something to wedge in it and wedge in the mechanism or something.
Well, how about Mordek hold this door open while I open the one on the south side, and then we can proceed through.
Ew, that sounds like a plan to me.
Sure. I'll kind of float nowhere near the circle in the middle.
Okay, so who's crossing the room?
Hagen will cross the room, but avoiding the circle at all costs.
Okay, you slowly move across the room and keep your distance. As you get to about halfway, you hear all these popping noises as if something's happening, but it's from all around you. But nothing seems to be happening. There's just lots of popping noises.
Ilmarin, does this make sense to you?
Does Ilmarin hear it hanging out? Oh, okay. What I mean, are we talking popping noises like a noise or like a?
Yeah, like that sort of noise, but sort of bit of growling in between it, but not bestial growling, sort of like almost energy.
So yeah, it sounds more magical, less mechanical.
Yes, yeah, absolutely more magical.
See,
well, Hagen will continue. Hagen nods, but he'll continue around carefully to the southern door.
Okay, you get to the southern door.
And he tries to force it open.
Okay, as you touch the southern door, a large buzz, not a red thing that people get onto and ride through the city of London. A large buzz happens. And your door, Mordek, starts to shut very quickly.
Trying to hold it open.
Okay, make me a very hard strength roll, please.
Old Mordek Boulder Shoulders has this, I'm sure.
My strength ain't that good. What's the chance?
It's that low center of gravity will help.
Did you say very hard?
Yes, very hard. You try to sort of brace against it and it's shutting. Now you've got a choice of either you roll out the way and stay in the room, or you try and keep it from closing and you're going to get pushed out of the room.
You do have a you have a reroll from Richard Mordek.
He's gonna score under a 13.
Yeah, you know, I'm all right with that. I'm not gonna thank you, Richard, for the reroll, but I think I'm gonna leave that one. And I'm going to roll into the room.
Okay.
Indiana
The
Jones
door,
style.
the door seals behind you and the buzzing gets louder.
Imarin's looking up at this point. Is there anything happening above us?
The 3 rods start to glow. A black glow.
Love of all the elven gods.
Take the rods out, take the rods out, take the rods out.
No. That's what we did in the last place, and it opened up a temple portal gate to the chaos. Don't do it. How you gonna get that other damn door open? We're going through the other side.
Hagen tries with all his strength to force the other door open.
Okay.
Like, go and help.
Make me a strength roll at futile, please.
I love it. I've never had to make a futile roll. This is going to be fantastic.
Can I assist?
No. It's not big enough to sort of get by.
I did it!
Oh my word!
So you do open the door ever so slightly, but it is ever so slightly, and this is still booming, and the buzzing is getting louder and louder and louder. Now there seems to be black sparks and lightning going from the rods to each other into the ceiling and in the ceiling.
I'm assuming the door is not open wide enough for Ilmarin and Mordek to slip through.
No, you've got your fingers there, but not into a position where it's going to chop your fingers off, mind you. You've got it open.
This door is almost impossible to open. With all my strength, I could barely budge it.
But Hagen basically is actually he's filling the doorway, which is why you couldn't help. You could basically have a run at him and try and squash him into the door if you want, but you think that might imbalance his feet.
Well, it's been a pleasure, gentlemen. Ilmarin's concerned himself to death.
The runes on the floor start to glow.
What kind of runes are they?
Runes.
I've now moved closer to the circle because we can't get out.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything you've seen before, and it looks like some form of Zinch magic.
What about you whip out one of the rods? I know you said it's a bad idea, but use it to.
At this point in time, Mordek, I think we're running out of options. Smash the rods.
Oh, okay. We'll smash the rod.
Hagen, prepare yourself.
I want to know exactly where people are. So you're in the doorway, and are you both taking a rod each, or?
I imagine there's 3 rods. There's 3 of us. We'll probably all just take a
Hagen,
rod simultaneously hit.
Hagen's going to let go of the door and move towards one of the rods.
Okay.
Ilmarin counts down sort of like 1, 2, 3, and we all do it at the
now,
same time.
Are you standing on the outside of the rods, or are you standing on the inside?
On the outside, yeah. Not inside that horrible magical circle thing, which is probably
Okay.
going to find out is the wrong thing to do. But, you know.
We've
For the
never
record,
guessed right yet, so I think why ruin it now?
For the record, I think Roger's gonna avoid the TPK.
What's that?
Yeah,
I'll-
Johann's like a
gonna
few
avoid
hours later being just like, I think they're dead.
Well, I think it's about tea o'clock.
Got the wild water, so you're on your way.
He's just,
That's
he's
what
just sitting by the
So-
gateway, sets out a
Hagen,
picnic blanket and tea and
you
all that
think
sort of
it-
stuff.
You think if you let go of this door, you're probably not going to be able to open it again.
Do you want me to hold the door or?
Hold on.
The door is not open to any level at which any of us can escape from this room. So let's take our chances with smashing the rods, because that's always worked well for us in the past.
I trust your judgment, Elmarin. So, Hagen, let's go to the
Okay.
door.
So you let go of the door, you
Smash.
walk over to where the rods are. You two are stood by one. I want you to tell me exactly what your plan is to do with the rods, please.
On the count of 3, we will smash them simultaneously with our weapons. Last time we only tried to remove one rod.
The
So
buzzing noise is getting to a pitch now where it's almost becoming unbearable.
previously,
pretty much
we
a standard conversation with Ilmarin.
well, yeah, apparently so. So previously, we've only tried to destroy one rod or one ball or whatever it was at the time. If we destroy all of them, maybe we destabilize it, or maybe
Give
we
us the
die.
count, Elmarin.
And Myron holds up his hands like, and then we
Swing away.
and all of us swing away at the exact
as you
same
get
time.
to 2, there is a loud crack. Yeah, and all 3 rods at the same time shoot. They don't shoot. That lightning comes from them, black lightning, and hits the ceiling. Yeah. Could you all please roll me 2d10?
Well, I'm gonna die.
$19 or a 10 and a 9.
11
How do I put that in again?
/
Slash roll 2d10.
and I got a 10 and a 1, so either end of the scale.
That's the wrong way around.
Okay. So the black lightning spins off from the ceiling, bounces back, and strikes each one of you. Okay. Hagen, you take 19 shock damage. Take your toughness from it.
But not
Elmarin?
armor.
Say again.
But not armor.
Not metal armor.
Okay.
Okay. Ilmarin, 11 damage. And Mordek, 14 damage, please. Now, as Hagen gets hit, it knocks him into the circle. Yeah. Now, as it goes into the circle, you notice that the lightning stops at the circle. And it's hitting the circle, but Hagen lies smoking on the floor, but he looks completely safe.
Of course, inside the circle is the safe place to be this time. So
He's patting himself. That hurt a little.
Is it if it's a magical effect? Can I use my talent magic resistance to reduce it by 2 points? Whatever that means.
No, this is like pure sort of electric sort of.
Oh, it was worth a try.
All of you lose 1 maximum hit point, please. As you feel like it's been drained from you. And could you all get a point of corruption, please?
oh,
Johan, where you're stood, you notice the doorway begins to glow. And there's like a booming noise that comes from the doorway, but it's like as if it's miles away.
What colour is it glowing?
It glowed sort of black.
I'm going to back away a
glow.
bit. Glowing's bad. Yeah, I'm backing away.
I mean, Amaran's going to drag Mordek inside the circle because
the lightning, it goes on. You sort of drag it into the circle, and the lightning is going on, and it goes on for about a minute, and then it stops, and you hear two loud clicks coming from either end of the room where the doors are.
Amaran like kind of pokes his sword slowly out of the circle to see if the lightning comes back on again.
Nothing happens.
Ah, that appears to be the worst of it. As he looks at his friends who are smoking. Joy of joys. And I'll go over to the door, that we were trying to get out of. Let's go find out.
Do we want to take a moment and bandage our wounds before we proceed?
Well, I have no medical skills whatsoever, so.
My heal's 50, so I mean, it's not great, but. What do you think?
There's not movement from anywhere, and you where you are at the moment seems quite safe.
So while we're inside the circle, Hagen will do
weird definition of the word safe.
He'll do a heal check first on himself and then on Ilmarin and Mordek.
Yes, please.
So I got my int is 3, so 5 wounds back. Okay, Mordek. One wound back, sorry.
Ilmarin, you're starting to sense necromantic power, and it's coming from the direction of the door, but it's beyond the door.
I relay this as Hagen is checking this all out.
Well, then we should proceed.
Ancient necromantic power.
You get 4 wounds back, Ilmarin.
Cool. Whatever is waiting for us is on the other side of that door and slightly beyond. It is ancient necromantic powers, and I fear that we are ill-equipped to deal with this.
But this is the calling that Ulrich has given us, the path we've been placed upon. Let us go forth to greater glory, my friends. And Hagen will stride over to the door.
As he does that, Ilmarin looks to Mordek and goes, his god has a very dark sense of humor.
Yes, I think Mordek and Ilmarin will share a look as they watch the human march on.
Okay, you sort of brace yourself against the door this time, but this time it opens quite easily. And you open up in what looks to be like an old sort of, like a common room, a bedding room for priests or something. But all the beds have been stripped back and the mattresses are like rotted up in on one of the walls. And on the beds, the wooden frames are stretched out what looks like maybe halflings or small halfling younglings. And there's bits of missing bodies on each one of them. It looks like there's been experiments. There's also jars and glass bottles and candles underneath them along one side of the room on like some shelves that have just been put together with what's left of the beds and whatever. It looks like some form of homemade chemistry set that's just been, and there's bubbling green and black and what's it, liquid. And then in the western wall is quite a big door that is shut. Now, around this room is moving 2 halflings that have got their mouths sewn shut and they're wearing white aprons. and their hands and their arms are absolutely caked in blood and dried blood. And they're carrying like butcher's knives around with them.
And so to be clear, the halflings in the beds are all dead.
Some of them are still writhing and squealing.
Okay. By the Wolf Father, we must save these halflings and deal with whatever it is that's brought this horror here.
There is no saving this by Mori Heg. We should consign them a merciful death.
Well, those two who seem to be a part of this, without a doubt, but the ones on the beds may simply be victims.
Wardek is going to go up and smack one of the ones with the
So as you sort of move forward, they sort of back away towards the door in equal sort of speed. You could rush them.
Jim, does it look like the knives are sewn into their hands?
So they're holding the knives, but it looks like that the hands are sewn together.
Hold, Mordek. Crazy as this seems, those two may be victims. Do you understand what I'm saying, halfling? Do they nod or anything?
They look at each other.
Wardek is giving Ilmar a look of, what the fuck?
Do you mean to do us harm?
They look at each other again.
I'll lower my weapons.
Okay. If you agree not to harm us, we will try to remove the stitching from your mouth. Guard me, Hagen. and Ilmarin approaches, drawing a very small knife from a very delicate small knife to try and cut very gently the stitching is on their mouth.
Use the scissors from a sewing kit.
Oh, no, I'm not sullying my sewing kit knives, the scissors with that. That's for repairing elven like velvet and stuff. I get my delicate knife instead. Ilmarin approaches very slowly, very calmly, very non-aggressive.
Make me a perception roll, please, Mr. Ilmarin.
Okay.
In fact, you can all make me a perception roll, except for Johan.
I get +3.
Handkerchief out with your nice sandwich.
Time to put the kettle on.
Have a wild water tea. Ooh.
Okay. Perception rolls. Yes, and yes. Okay, you notice above the door out of this place, or that looks like the only exit out of this room, there is what looks like a tentacle, a black tentacle. And at the end of the tentacle is an eyeball. And it's sort of shifting where you are. It's sort of looking, or it seems to be looking at you.
Okay. Ilmarin, as I got +3 and probably spotted it first, is going to attempt.
Ooh, nice.
Blast the tentacle. What does that do? It says critical cast, minor miscast. Which one is it? It's 22.
Both.
Okay, so
because I have no idea what happens.
So you blow. I'm going to say you blow this thing to pieces, but could you click on the minor miss?
Ow!
That's to the enemy. The minor miscast.
Right. So the minor miscast.
Oh, minor miscast.
Nothing. We're not engaged in combat.
Okay. It blows, and these two halflings sort of look round.
There was a tentacle on the wall with an eyeball. I'm guessing it's probably your master who's done this to you watching. Now I can remove the stitching from your mouth without
From
distraction.
all around you comes a voice.
Oh, joy of joys.
Who dares enters Gertie's lair?
Nobody answer. And
Foul beast, it is our great party. We are here to vanquish your
them.
evil.
They're in there, Mary. I can hear them. They better not be. Yeah, or I'm going to rip them limb from limb. Yes, they're in there.
Ilmarin's currently cutting the stitching off the half because he even though he said don't answer, Hagen's just gone, it is I, the mighty hero of the Empire. So,
Okay, so you go to pick the stitching off the halflings, yeah?
very, very gently, very carefully.
Okay.
But Hagen is guarding Ilmarin's back, so if they attack Ilmarin, he's going to flatten them.
Make me a agility roll, please.
Just a straight agility.
Not you, just Hagen.
Oh, okay. Straight agility?
Yes, please.
Could be fun. I'm going to use my re-roll on that.
Okay.
Thank you, Richard.
Well, you could fortune and pass.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that because it's a pretty bad chance.
Okay.
So yeah, I will use my fortune point and pass that.
So whether it's the voice, the two voices, or whether it is Ilmarin not paying proper attention and trying to be really gentle, you see, as he's sort of leaning in, you see both of the halflings make a move as though they're going to try and cut him. You can intercept one of the halflings.
Hagen will do that.
Right. Okay. So they both strike out at our good friend Ilmarin.
Genuinely trying to help people.
You were. Wait.
I know, seriously, every time we just genuinely try to help someone, they can't.
And this is why we have trust issues. This is why we end up killing a load of guards.
Oh dear.
Because we have genuine trust issues.
Now I know it says short spear, but this is dagger, so please bear with me. So the first one, oh, it actually hits, and the second one,
No, it doesn't.
toss back. And the second one, fumble.
You do have a GM reroll. I thought I should remind you.
Oh, okay.
Being fair.
Yeah, we'll re-roll that. Yeah, even though
And
it's
if
not.
he's in combat before
Right.
Hagen gets there, technically he also gets plus 20.
In fact, I am not going to re-roll that. He basically goes to strike you and misses, and he strikes the floor instead, but the weapon stays in his hand. Hagen.
Hagen will bring Hammerzite down on the head of the first halfling,
Okay.
or attempt to. 8 or +8 SL, astounding success against its right arm, depending on, of course, how it rolls.
Yeah, so you smash it to pieces. It's basically made a attack at Ilmarin, and you just smashed it. It ain't even going to try and it can't get away. So you smash it to pieces. It makes a thud as you hit it, and Ilmarin, you're splattered with what should be blood, but it's green ichor, green, horrible smelling ichor.
I've just had this outfit cleaned.
You've not smelt anything like this before. It's vile.
It must be bad because we've been in all sorts of sewers. I don't know why
Right.
we keep ending up in sewers, but this is lovely.
This isn't a sewer. It's not a sewer. Okay, one of them drops.
So Hagen will use his advantage. He will he'll to do a furious assault and hit the other one, the second one.
Okay.
$17 under 85 for
Okay, you
astounding
smash
success.
this one as well. And basically, what's remaining of Ilmarin's sort of clean costume gets covered in ichor and smelly, again, vileness.
I'm not even sure this can clean out this time.
Sorry about that, Ilmarin, but I didn't want him to stab you. I didn't know they were going to explode like piles of goo.
And he goes into his pouch and he gets his little handkerchief and dabs some. You can see some like essential oils being dabbed on it, and he's wrapping it around his face now. This is
I
disgusting.
hope you've let Ren and Ron live. I don't think they would have done. I bet they've killed them. Yes, I can sense the stink of the wolf on one of them.
That is right. Ulrich guides my hammer. Face us, fiends, and know his justice. Sorry, Elmarin, I get carried away.
It's quite all right. I was just going to say you've ruined my one.
Tell you all about your wolf lord. Ha ha ha! She. You wait till you meet her. She's going to tell you all about him.
I know the glory of Ulrich. I need no others to introduce me to his might.
Oh, there's no glory here. Yes, there's no glory here. We've wiped our asses on everything that's holy of his.
In your destruction, we will reclaim this by fang and hammer.
And I want the bill covered for cleaning my outfit a second time. So let's go deal with this. Bloody humans and their stupid magic and their stupid gods. And Elmarin looks genuinely peeved off as he storms forward towards the door with his sword drawn. He's very upset.
I love it when Elmarin gets angry.
Okay, so you open the door. Again, there's a large, artificially built room. Again, man-made, you think, Mordek. At the far northeast corner is like a step to a plinth, sort of a stage almost. And in the middle of this stage is a black sort of candelabra, but big tall thing. And the top of it is a big black crystallized ball that looks like some sort of magic. It looks like one of them things from Lord of the Rings, whatever they're called.
Yeah, the scheme stones.
Standing next to it with a hand out is a naked halfling. Now, it's a naked female halfling, which sounds like quite odd enough. But this halfling is a very old female, and she's got her own head, and she's got two other heads stitched either side on each shoulder of her head. They all have a big crooked nose, and they're all looking at you, and their heads are moving independently to each other. So, as children, you were warned of a creature called a hag. Okay. This looks like a whole coven of hags in one person.
Elmarin walks up to him and stabs them, or at least attempts to.
Let me finish. Around, there is a black haze around where she is. Okay, almost like a shadow in front of her. Okay. And in the room as well are four mutated and dead, but moving around, what looked like were white wolves.
Initiative then, I guess.
Initiative indeed. Okay.
And I really wish we had a gunslinger right now.
Elmarin 47.
47, yeah.
Hagen 46.
Correct.
Johan 42.
Sure.
And Mordek 21, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Our fleet-footed dwarf.
I've got to mention, either side of the wall are two of those doorways with black sort of arches around them. Okay, they've both got what looks like the original doorway. So there's a blackness in them. Okay, and there's also a purplish tinge as well. Okay. Right.
The way out, maybe, after we die or succeed.
Where is? Okay. Coming squeezing out of one of the doorways. It's a head to start with, and then it sort of squeezes its way out. It looks the size of an ogre, and it's all stitched together. But again, it looks like a big, obese female. But it's got big hairy arms that have been stitched onto it. Its legs are all odd. It just looks like it's been formed together from different parts of creatures. Okay. So we have
just to double check.
Say again.
Wait, sorry, go through what's in the room again.
So there's a big sort of, if you want to call it a flesh golem. There is a naked three-headed halfling, female halfling, with she's sort of touching this black orb, and she's behind some sort of black shadowy haze, and there's 4 growling, dead-looking wolves, white wolves. Why do you enter Granny Hagfling's lair? She's going to have come to cause trouble, says one of the heads. Yes, trouble they cause, says another one of the heads, and the one in the middle. So, you've come to kill old Granny Hagfling, have you?
Aye.
Oh, look, it's an elf. Oh, I like to lick elves from head to toe. Especially their eye sockets. Tastes good. I find the green-eyed elves taste better. I'm gonna enjoy my spittle running down your face.
Madam, I have sapphire eyes. How dare you? While this is going on, though, Marin's been assessing these doors. They're magical, like the first door we came through.
Yes.
Correct. Does Ilmarin think he could redirect magically that door to Johan for Johan to join us? Using channeling magic. It would be a lot of guesswork, I admit, but having travelled through one, do you reckon, does Ilmarin reckon it is at least an attempt to pull Ilmarin into the room with us? Johan in the room with us.
What are you offering me? As in, what are you going to
Marin's immortal soul.
I mean, hell, that already belongs to the GM.
I believe so you could sink a few more ales.
I mean, if you want me to give up a fortune point for attempting this, I'm not giving up my last fate point, though, because I only have one left.
So you've got 1 fate point and 1 fortune point.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to try and channel magic because obviously there's runes around it, which is magic language, and I know at this point it's a teleportation spell of sorts, though.
Okay, you can channel magic, but you've got to use your fortune point for tonight.
Okay.
And if you fail, you can't use the fortune point to make a reroll.
Yeah. Wow.
Or you can't use any rerolls to make a
no
reroll.
rerolls at all. So we're just going straight up, magic channeling. And if this works, the door redirects and Johan can join us. By the dice gods. No.
So
I tried.
close.
I tried. Oh, I tried.
You
Yeah,
can shout. You feel like you've opened a channel. Yeah, just for a split second. You can shout one word.
Help.
I mean, he would have, the first thing he would have been done is Johan, and then it's probably like.
Okay, so you hear from the doorway, Johan, and then it goes quiet.
I'd say stirring my cup. It's a bit odd. Sip of my tea.
Okay, we shall go back for the first round. So, Ilmarin, that is your action.
Yes.
Hagen.
Again, he's torn between. So are the wolves grouped together? Or are they spread out across the room?
So the 4 wolves are together, northwest side. So they're sort of next to the staged area.
Are they within charging distance?
Yes, oh yeah, definitely.
He will charge the white wolves.
Okay. And being as there's not 6 of them, he isn't outnumbered. The bastard.
The bastard. 53 under 95 for an impressive success to the body of one of them, depending on how they roll.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Have
So it
some
begins.
of this. So this is the one that's trying to block. Oh, could we dodge? Could we dodge? Yeah.
Nice. So he takes 23 points of damage
Okay.
to the body.
23 points of damage. Oh, it's still up. Wow.
All right, that's Hagen's turn because he moved. He can't use Furious Assault.
So he took 23, you say?
23 to
Okay.
the body.
Okay. Mordek. No, sorry. So the witch, or the hag with 3 heads, Granny Hagfling, she screams out, "Esmery! Kill them all! Yeah, kill them all. Yes, kill them." And the big lumping thing sort of turns to you, but you move before it. So what would you like to do? Sorry. The wolves go first, and they're all going to attack Hagen.
That's fair.
First one misses.
I bring Hammer's Eye around to block anyway. I mean, to
Yeah.
avoid it.
Yes,
All right.
that certainly does. The second one.
Oh, crap on a stick. At least it's on my arm.
So
I'll
is
try
it,
to-
odds or evens that don't
I
affect you?
think it's odds.
Odds.
So that's not a crit.
Nope, that's right. It's not a crit.
What would it
But I still block it.
be? Damaged
Ooh.
archery. Oof.
I'd had to sacrifice some armor for that one.
Yeah. The second one.
Third one.
Third one, sorry.
That's okay.
Wrong thing. There we go.
Ooh.
If they're charging, remember they should also have had advantage.
I charged into them.
No, yeah, they're not
Oh,
charging.
okay.
They're melee combat with them.
So that's a no. It does not hit me. And I've maxed out my advantage.
Not that it would make a blind bit of difference to them.
And the fourth one. Oh, impressive failure. Yeah, okay. So they all fail against Hagen. Mordek.
I would like to charge the flesh column.
Say again, buddy.
I would like to charge the flesh column.
You'd like to charge Esmery.
Esmery.
He's got another ogre to slay.
That leaves Granny Hagfling for Ilmarin because she wants to lick him.
Up and down like a lollipop. I've put myself off now. What a frightening thought.
You've put all of us off.
Yes. Okay, attack her then, please, Mr. Dwarf.
And then switches around.
Nice.
That's 2 criticals.
Now you have to re-roll the second time.
Oh, do you?
when you're to it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Because normally it switches the numbers around, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But when you roll it critically, you have to just roll a second time for the second weapon.
So what was the
Cool.
Nice. 2 bleeding conditions and 2 extra wounds.
The flesh golems bleed.
This one will. Have a little bit. Okay.
If it bleeds, you can kill it.
Are you rolled it again for the other weapon?
He gets to.
Oh, is it a large creature? Does he get a bonus for hitting it, or is it not that big?
It's big. It's not large. It's big.
So Dan, you got to roll for your extra one because it doesn't switch for your dual weapons. You've got to roll for it because it's critical.
Yeah, just roll another attack.
Of course, the ogre gets to try to block or dodge first, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Okay. So it does take 1 off it. Wow. Oh no. Yeah, so it does 12 damage, is that right?
Yeah, plus
Plus
2 more
two.
wounds.
So that's
14. 14 damage and 2 bleeding.
14. Okay. Lovely. Okay.
Do I need to roll the critical again?
Yeah, you need
You need to roll
another
attack again.
Yeah, you need to roll another attack because it's a critical. Apparently, you don't switch your numbers around. Did not know that.
Because then you would automatically get 2 crits almost every time, and that's a little
Amazing.
unfair. Amazing, yes. But
No,
nice.
And that would he have advantage on that second roll, or does he not get advantage until the
No,
end?
because not till the end. You got to hit twice to get
you
advantage. So it'd be 12 instead.
How strange. My flesh golem is coming up as a vampire. It's not a vampire, everybody. I don't get to block that one, do I? Or do I?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you always get to oppose, Jim.
Oh, where are we?
I think you've got to be helpless to not be able to oppose something.
Nice.
15 points of damage.
Crikey.
I bet you get +1 damage for one of your talents, Dan, as well.
Charged,
Yeah,
Yeah, so it'd be +1 to each of those.
yeah. So
Okay.
plus another 2 points of damage on each, or
That's
1 on
good.
each of those.
Dan, could you roll me a d10, please?
Which Dan?
Mordek, done. Okay. You notice. Hold on a second. I'll go first. So it swings at you, Master Dwarf.
Don't forget to add your advantage, Dan. You might need it.
Yeah, you charged and you won, so you get 2.
Mhm.
We believe in you, Dan. Block it. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Okay, you block it. You notice as you block the wound that some of the wounds you've made are knitting back together.
Regeneration.
Okay.
It just makes it fun.
Back to the top again. Hagen.
I think
Amarin.
Amaran's first.
I still, for the
Yes.
moment, and the fastest member is Pi. Can I continue to try and do the door thing? Because now I've sort of started to make it work.
Okay, go for it.
Ah!
Oh, nice.
Okay. What do you want to say?
I want the door to change direction so so Johan can come into the room and join us. So that's all my mental might is going into that. At the moment, trying to make it so that he can join us.
The door is now the black archway around the door, Johan, is now glowing black, pulsating blackness.
Tell him to get in here, Ilmarin.
You're muted, Roger.
I'll pick up my kettle and go, don't like the look of that, and move a bit further away.
Excellent. Okay. So, Hagen.
Hagen will swing Hammerzite into the same wolf that he hit the first time.
I hate you, Roger.
You notice the black doorway has gone brickworky from where you are. Ilmarin. So it looks like you've opened the doorway the other side, if you know what I mean.
I crush into its left leg, depending on how well it does.
Yes, you do indeed. Are you hitting the same one you hit last time?
Correct. Depending on how it dodges, of course.
Yes, indeed. Okay. It's going to try and dodge. Look, I've lost it. Where is it? You bastard.
Jim, I'm not sure there's any point in you dodging unless you're dodging on a 7, unless you've got like 70.
Well, he can reduce the damage, though.
Yeah, it'll try and block it with his teeth.
Oh,
Yeah, because just thought I'd mention.
So 27 points of damage to this undead white wolf.
Okay, you crush it.
Dead?
Yes.
So I will use the death blow rules to strike out against the one next to it.
Absolutely.
Astounding success to the body.
Wow. Why are my rolls always shite? Mind you, it's probably a good thing.
27 points of damage to this one.
Points of damage. Right. Okay, it's still standing.
And since I did not move, I will use my Furious Assault to swing Hammerzite again at this second wolf.
Okay.
Into its right leg for an astonishing success or astounding success.
Okay.
Or 23 more points of damage.
You smash it to pieces.
That's Hagen's turn.
Okay.
Leave my pets alone, you filthy knight.
I will send them back to Ulrich where they belong. You should never have desecrated their corpses, hag.
I will finger your eyes, you filthy night dog.
We shall see.
Say something else.
She's going to stick her fingers right in your eyeballs.
Hagen just laughs at that heroic style.
You'll feast on it.
Okay. Morda.
Well, the wolves-
Oh no, sorry, it's the wolves. It's the wolves. It's the wolves. So one will attack Hagen, and the other one will attack Hagen. So first one misses.
I block
Oh my
its
goodness.
attack.
Plus 13. Holy shit. Scared the shit out of me, man. The daughter thought it'd be a good idea to stand behind me in a dark room and whistle at me. And oh, for fuck's sake.
And Hagen blocks that one as well.
Yeah, okay.
Hammerzite's just darting around.
You realise, Ilmarin, that Hagen has brought in. He's got these gloves on that look like he's got a sleeping bag wrapped around his arm. The sort of thing that when you're a kid, you went to one of the local shows and there was a copper who was running away from an Alsatian dog, and then the dog would sort of leap at him and bite his arm that has got this sleeping bag wrapped around. Yeah. Okay. Mordek.
Be choppy.
Have the strength and the flesh color. Did I get another advantage for successfully parrying?
Yes.
You should have 3 at the moment.
Ooh, a 4 and a 40. Nice.
Wow. Crikey. A 4 and a 4. Okay, so it
So-
will right.
Whatever you roll.
Ooh,
Ooh.
crap. Never mind.
I'll use my reroll. What do you think, guys?
You could use your reroll. You would have to roll a 10.
Yeah, you have to roll 16 or oh no, yeah.
You'd have to,
He
you'd
has
have to
to-
roll.
No, he has to roll under 10. He's got to get 7 success levels to win.
I'd keep it for the parry you're probably going to need in a minute.
Okay. Hit swings back at you.
With one advantage now.
Oh, fudge bucket.
Christ.
Sorry, I guess I should have let you have the wolves.
Fighting. Oh,
At least you cut the damage down a bit.
15 damage.
15 damage minus toughness and armor. But ouch. And the big ugly thing gets another point of advantage.
Okay. You notice that the naked 3-headed halfling is now floating, but she's still holding her hand over the thing. It's almost a little bit Harkonnen from Dune. Yeah. A halfling this big and this old and this wrinkled and this saggy shouldn't be allowed to fly. And you also notice that fluid is leaking from virtually every orifice of this creature. And yeah, it's fluid that should be from those holes as well. So yeah, lots of fecal matter running down her leg.
Oh my God. Kill that disgusting thing.
Okay, Ilmarin.
Well, I've given up trying to bring Johan into the fight. I tried, but he's obviously not answered the call. Coward. So seeing Mordek in trouble, Shazam! Pew!
Nice.
I launch a dart at the ogre.
Oh, hold on a second. Could Mordek, in fact, Ilmarin, could you roll me a d10, please?
I don't want to roll a d10. Just then a d10. 2.
Okay. So you hit.
Yeah.
Damage? 10.
Only 10. It's probably only 1 damage, but more importantly, it removes its advantage.
Mhm.
Tactics.
Very smart.
Okay. Hagen.
almost as if there was a plan.
Hagen will smash down at one of the 2 remaining wolves.
Go
Try to-
go for it, my tin can armored friend.
Try to finish them off. So only an astounding success against its right side, right leg,
Okay.
depending on what it gets, of course. So 23 points of damage.
Okay. It's still standing.
He will use his furious assault since he did not have to move and swing again.
Okay.
28 under 135 to the body.
Oh, I got a fumble. It rips half its bollocks off, but it's undead anyway. So,
So
Yeah,
with the additional wound, it takes an additional 28 points of damage.
yeah, you smash it to pieces.
And then with the
In
death
fact,
blow
as you
rules,
smash it, you smash one of its legs into its undead testicles.
and then Hagen just smiles briefly, and then with using the death blow rules, he will swing at the last wolf to try to
Excellent.
injure it at least. Impressive success against the right leg of the wolf. So only 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage, bless you. It's still standing. Okay, it attacks back with its mighty. Yeah, it misses.
And yes, I block it.
Mordek, Dan, I do apologise for hitting you with all of my one lucky roll of the night. Yeah, right, yeah, I know you took a beating from that, but I do apologise.
That's all right. I'm still in the game.
Okay.
Oh, think you can kill my wolves, do you? Yeah.
As you see, I'm returning them, as I said to Ulrich before I come for you.
Tear them from limb to limb, from limb to limb. Yeah, smash him up. Kill them all.
This doesn't give me the creeps at all.
Um,
Am I back down to 0 advantage?
yes.
Yep.
So is the beast.
Yes.
We believe in you, Mordek.
Help me, Mordek. You're on.
Oh,
You got that re-roll. Now is
Do you
when
have
you
a
use
reroll?
it.
yes, definitely. Now is the
Now's
time to use it.
for the reroll.
What was the fumble first? Oops. Oh. It wouldn't have been
Thank you for the re-roll.
Yes, Richard, once again, thank you.
Oh well.
Oh, man.
Still,
It could get
better than
worse.
nothing.
It could get worse.
It could get worse.
It doesn't.
But
Okay,
at
it
least it's
swings,
not
it swings back at you.
And it has advantage again.
Eesh.
I am prepared for my fate.
You can do
What?
this, Dan.
All you gotta do is get a success. Oh my god.
Use a fortune point.
Yeah, you've got fortune
Use a
points.
fortune
Use one.
point. Re-roll.
My last fortune point.
Reroll it.
See, this wouldn't be happening if there was someone with guns fighting.
Yay!
Okay.
So it loses it. Yeah, you gain advantage now. Nice.
Ilmarin.
Yes.
Oh. Aaron, roll me a d10.
A 1.
I feel like we're rolling this creature's healing rolls.
I think so too.
Actually, I've got a plan. I'm going to get you to start rolling its attack rolls as well. Okay. So, Ilmarin.
I am going to charge the beast and assist Mordek, so we outnumber it.
Okay, go for it.
So I'm
Nice.
gonna charge into combat, which will give me another advantage. We outnumber it. So is that plus 20 if we outnumber
Plus
it?
20. Yep.
Okay. So, and so average. Oh,
Good.
Ooh.
oh, it's not great.
Oh,
I'll take
good
it.
enough.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if it was roll high, I'd be fucking you all.
You'd be amazing at this game if
I
it was
would.
roll high.
So,
There you go. There
10
you go.
damage, yeah.
Yeah. So no. 13 points of damage.
Oh, okay. Spoiler.
And it's a magical blade, if that matters at all.
Yep. Okay.
I might set it on fire in a minute.
Okay. Hagen.
Hagen will swing down again at this last wolf and try to
Okay.
finish it off.
Oh!
And Hagen will use his reroll.
Can't believe you spoiled my fun. What did
I know.
Fumble do? Oh, it's
Oh!
It was meant to happen.
oh my goodness. 8-2, 100.
Oh,
That's okay. I lose my next move.
you've got away with it.
Okay.
However, it's
It's like
still only
Mordek
a
when he
minus
rolled his
one.
drinking test.
So it still has the wolf still has to block.
I can't believe you rolled a double 100, man. That's bang
That's-
out of order.
It just meant
Now-
it's meant to happen.
Now it could dodge or try and parry.
It's true.
It's actually got a chance to do that.
Mm. Oh, you could lose all your advantage at this point as well, couldn't you? Oh,
Oh,
it does.
Well, I don't. It doesn't hit me. It just doesn't get hit.
No, but it's more the fact you've just lost your 5 points of advantage, right?
And it's going to attack you.
I mean,
He has lost advantage, but it'll be back in a second.
there you go. Just back
Yeah.
to normal now.
Here we are, back to normal.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
But you do lose your next move.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, don't forget to take your 5 advantage
Yeah.
off. It's still.
Well,
I did.
he's
It's
got
off.
one now.
Oh, it's come up as 135 on my screen.
Yeah, so-
You still passed your test by a million miles away, though. So
Oh yeah,
he's,
I got an 18.
he's back to one advantage.
yeah.
No, so
Okay. Johan, the door stops throbbing again.
I'll throw a rock at it. I'm assuming there's like a rock on the floor.
Okay. It goes through the doorway.
Hello.
Okay then.
I just had I just had this image that the rock goes through, hits the wolf, and kills it.
It's Sagan the side of the head and kills him dead.
What a way to go.
Mordek.
We outnumber Mordek, so you got plus 20. That's a 30 and a 3 as well. So
Yeah.
So that's 12 points of damage, and then
14, I think.
14. Yeah, because it's another. Yeah, because it'll be another 2 when it. They'll be
Yep.
switching it around. Yeah. So
Oh, no,
12 and
3
14.
would add, but 3 would add 3 success levels.
Oh yeah, it
it's
would. Yeah, so
15.
it's a 12 and a 15.
Okay. 12 and a 15.
But he does get soak on both of them.
Yes, it does. And Mordek gets another point of advantage.
Does, because he hit with both.
Okay. Okay, it swings at you this time, Elmarin.
Okie dokie. Dr. Jonesy.
Oh.
Oh, no.
No, he's. Why is he swinging again?
He's attacking you.
No, he attacked a second ago with the +1.
Yeah. Oh no, that was
Yeah, that was the.
No, that
that
was
was
him
the
trying
block.
to dodge Mordek.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've been hit. That looks like it's going to hurt. Oh, that's really going to hurt. Ooh.
Oh.
Where does it hit me?
On the
Right arm? Is that what that is? Yeah, I'm
yeah,
going
right,
to.
yeah, right on.
Yeah, I'll sacrifice a piece of armor on that side then.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Right arm. Down you go to 0. There we go. And then how many points of damage is that? 16. Minus my soak. So take 10 points of damage. Oof.
Okay.
I lose my advantage.
It
Back.
gains more advantage.
Back to the top.
I mean, sure. Okay, I'll try. I'm badly wounded, but I shall attempt to continue to help Mordek. That was quite a bad dodge roll for me as well. Ugh.
Wow. Oh, roll me a d10, please. Done.
Who? Me?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, but I've only rolled loads up until this point. 6.
I'm gonna blame you for the fact that this thing's not dead yet.
Okay. And you did +5. It rolls back.
Ooh, grim in the dark.
Okay, Hagen.
I lost my move from the
Yeah.
last round.
Okay. The direwolf sees its chance and leaps at your throat.
Rude, but acceptable.
And we all die. Can we blame Roger for not coming through the portal?
I block its attempt to strike at my throat.
Yeah. Yeah, you block it. Mordek.
You have all your advantage and outmanumbering. Come, Mordek, you're gonna kill it. Otherwise, I'm gonna die.
Someone's going to have to roll for me if my foundry's not responding.
Do you want me to roll?
Yeah. Just don't want to sit on me.
What are you hitting it with?
2 normal weapons.
Is it your bearded axe?
Yes.
Well, holy shit. Yeah, I can roll below 90.
If you're not rolling for you.
Yeah. And
No,
it's
you've been rolling pretty good for this big old beast, didn't you?
yeah. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, of course I have, Mr. Ilmarin. Yeah.
Well, you beat me up.
So that's 14 and a 13. And Mordek gains another advantage.
Sting.
Hooray!
Whirlwind of axe blades hacking into this thing.
It hits back.
Sorry. Why is it not dead yet?
Oh, if I'm
What was it? I can't see it. My foundry.
Have you used your GM reroll yet, Jim?
No. Okay, I'll
Oh,
read.
fuck.
Still got a hit. But
Yeah.
I couldn't see what Mordek's role was for switching it around, so I don't know what that was there.
Mordek's got to defend against his attack now.
Someone
No,
parried
that was his attack. That was his. Oh no, it is his attack.
This
that
is the flesh golem's attack against Mordek.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mordek.
How has
It's
Mordek
your-
got a plus
Oh, hang on.
35?
Yeah.
Yeah, ignore that.
Yeah, that'd be
22.
lovely.
That's 29.
How did he roll?
It's the
29?
advantage. I tried to make it 3 rather than 2, and it was 32.
Yeah, it's still off.
There you go.
There you go.
Right.
You blocked it, Mordek. Yay. I'm going to
Right,
die.
So relief.
Okay, so right. Where are we? Okay, that's that. So it's moved. Hagen.
Hey, I will try to finish off this bloody wolf. Mother. I will use my fortune point to re-roll that.
Okay,
Better.
that's better.
It's 3 fumbles in a row.
Just trying to make this combat never end. That's the fates love us fighting these things. So let's see how it does. Maybe I can finally kill this thing. So 21 points of damage to this
You
wounded
crushed
wolf.
the shit out of it.
Okay. Then I will use my move to run back towards the flesh golem.
Okay.
He's coming to kill still, is what he's saying.
So, but now that I'm back in melee range with it, we outnumber it 3-1.
You get more advantage for that? I thought.
It's plus 40.
Oh,
I nearly forgot, didn't I? What did I? Could you roll? It wasn't Hagen to go. It should have been Neil Warren. But Hagen, Aaron, could you roll me a D10, please?
8.
I will not roll with us outnumbering it 3-1 because I should have attacked before Hagen got there.
That's all right. No,
That's
my
makes
mistake.
sense.
So you can roll.
Oh, thank you.
I am a fair GM.
I mean, sure.
Okay.
Nice.
Still pretty poor roll. I just
Oh,
can't get
mother
past him.
God.
Literally every roll I do.
Like a Kung
Okay.
Fu flesh golem.
Mordek.
Literally, it's just against me. Infamy, infamy.
Can you not still roll? Done.
No.
Okay. So,
I tried to log in and log back.
no, you did that time. Crikey.
I think it's Roger rolling for him.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, thank you,
taking it
Rog.
for him. Oof, that was a strong hit.
Nice. So 15. And
So 11 damage. Oh, so -7, yeah. 11 damage from the first one. And 8 from the second.
Okay. It attacks. Oh, it's got a choice of 3 now. Okay. Mordek.
oh,
Right, I think I can. I'm in.
at least you got a crit.
Oh, too late. I was just about to say, Roger, I've just got back to it.
Oh, sorry, dude.
No. I'll keep the roll. Thank you very much.
Hey,
You're
rapid roll.
still going to take damage, though.
You're still going to
Okay.
get hit. You just got a critical against it. It doesn't have like 4 bleeding conditions now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
But
many wounds was that?
They seem to stem at the end of every turn. If you
Because it
get-
regenerates.
13 damage.
Oh, okay.
So
Minus toughness and armor.
minus toughness and armor.
Still alive.
Okay.
Back to
Could
the
you roll me a
topic.
D10, please? Done. Ilmarin.
Yeah, sure.
No, we'll get Johan involved. Roger, could you roll me a D10, please?
This is where he rolls a bloody 10 in it. Not only did he refuse to. Oh, you arse! Only did you refuse to join us.
Hey, all I knew is there was a glowy
Ilmarin.
black thing.
Right. I assume regeneration works the same way as it did in the actual model game, and that fire messes with it.
At least we've seen that with trolls.
Okay. I'll try and set my sword on fire and see if a flaming sword does any better. So let's see first if I can. No. Of course, because why would I succeed in the moment that I need it? Why would I? No, I don't set my sword on fire.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. Hagen. Here's Hagen. Come to save the
Come on.
day.
Hagen
Hagen
fuck
is,
this thing
I
up.
give up with this stupid game.
Hagen is
Here's-
going to swing hard against
Of
this
course
thing.
you are with your. It's Roger Ramjet. Oh my goodness me! Look at that.
19 under 155.
Jesus fuck.
You ever wonder if it's worth the rest of us being here?
We kept it pinned for him to come down again.
So how
So-
much damage is that?
We did our bit.
30 points of damage.
Okay.
And since I didn't move this turn, I will use my Furious Assault and swing again.
It is still standing, just. It is toppling.
So he swings again, bringing Hammerzite back around for a 36 under 155 for an astounding success. So
Oh, look at that. Oh,
29 more points of damage.
Okay, you splatter it onto the floor.
Mordek, Ilmarin, well done. Now let's go attack the hag.
Oh, you're going to attack me, are you? He's going to attack us. Quick, Mary, what's he going to do? He's not going to do anything because he doesn't realise where he is yet.
Ilmarin's too busy staring daggers at Hagen right now. Like, Mordek and Ilmarin have just been working really hard. Hagen just bowls in and goes, yeah, we're done, guys. We're done. Ilmarin's just like, I have my favourite.
Humans, no respect for their elders.
No.
To be fair, Hagen did get the most of the black lightning.
It's true. That's true.
All that's done is empower him, it seems.
Yeah.
We must charge against the fiend, my friends. To battle!
Okay. Ilmarin.
So there's some sort of black mistiness around them, correct?
Yeah.
I'm going to assume magical in nature.
It seems it.
What's the rules for dispelling in this game? Can I attempt to break it down?
I would say you need to know what sort of spell it is cast, so you can work a sort of counter effect on it.
I don't know enough about spells to know what spell it is. So
whatever magic it is, it seems to be coming from the orb.
Okay.
Destroy the orb.
We're going to do something special here. What we're going to do is I'm going to shoot it with my bow.
Okay, go.
No, I'm not.
Oh my God.
I genuinely give up with this game. I don't get it. Cool.
Oh, you just lose your next move.
I mean, sure, let's just lose a move. I'm just trying to shoot a damn bow.
Okay, Hagen.
Hagen, understanding what Ilmarin was trying to do, will charge at this thing and try to strike the orb with Hammerzite if he can get through to it.
Okay, so Roger, could you make that roll for me, please? Okay, you charge at it. As you reach the shadowy, hazy bit, you bounce as if you've hit a brick wall.
Cower behind your magics, hag. We will still have you.
What did you call me? Hag? I'm a Hagfling. Granny Hagfling to you.
No, you're simply something dead that hasn't realized it yet.
Doris and Gertie will feed on your liver while I will saliva in your mouth.
Not unless you come behind your sad shadow wall.
I'm not going to come behind you. I'm just going to merely lick the elf's face. Yes.
I guess that's Hagen's turn.
Oh, help me. Yeah. Help me. My shrine is all desecrated and I need to make it better again. I have been here years and my undead have attacked many a people and killed. I have took the children from that village and I will destroy it all. And then I will move further into the moot. Yes, it will be mine. Yes, I will find Faust. Yes, and I will boost my power.
We shall see, foul thing. Many have made claims against this mighty force, and they have all fallen. Is that not right, Ilmarin and Mordek?
Thoughts too much.
Once again, he tempts the ire of the gods.
He's not bright. I keep telling you guys, Hagen is not bright.
Mordek, would you like to do anything?
I want to charge it.
Okay, charge.
Having seen just what happened to Hagen.
As you get to the shadowy haze, you bounce off it as if you've hit a wall. See how the bearded gnome bounces from our protection.
Did you just call a Dowie a gnome? I mean, Ilmarin actually sniggers a little bit as she does that. He's like, oh, I'm going to use that one later.
Get your fishing rod, little dwarf, gnome, whatever you are. Go fishing, yes. Go fishing and see if you can catch some spiders.
We back at the top?
Yeah.
Yeah. Elmarin, come, approach. Yes, come to my little.
Kazamo! And I launch a dart at the orb.
Okay.
Let's fight
Okay.
magic with magic.
So, I want you to roll me a d4, please.
It works when something like this happens. 3.
Okay. Mordek. This dart fires at the hag orb and it hits the thing that you've just bounced off. And it bounces and it comes back at you. Please take 6 damage.
Do I get my armor and toughness for that?
Yes.
Well,
I imagine
that.
you'll only take 1 point because
It
you've
does-
also got magic resistance as well, haven't you?
Yeah, it doesn't
You'll-
do it.
You'll just take 1 point of damage. You always have to take 1
Oh,
point.
you always do one. Alright. I will give him
We're going to be
a
here
very dirty look.
on time. And I have all the time in the world. Yes. Yeah. You're going to rot and you're going to die because there's no way out for you now. Yes.
Yeah, if only we
It's
had a
me,
gunpowder guy
My
here.
new temple of evil and destruction and necromancy. Yes. Yes. And I will get more powerful, but after I have watched you rot slowly.
What was the orb on top of?
On like a stand almost.
Jim. How far does this wall extend up?
What the actual
Sort of like the haze.
it seems to be an extension of the orb. So it's like an orb around the orb.
So it's like
So
an
a
orb.
sphere.
Yeah.
Wonder what would happen if we drop rocks from the ceiling on it.
Worth giving it a shot. Hey, Hagen, I'm assuming Hagen's turn. So
Yeah.
he is going to try, he's going to rely at least this turn on the magic and holy nature of Hammerzite. And he'll say, by Ulrich, by Hammer, by Fang, guide my blow. And he will try to strike through with Hammerzite at the orb. Of course,
Okay.
it will not work, but he's going to try it because he thinks it would work.
Okay.
If at first you don't succeed, use
Strike
brute
it.
strength and ignorance.
I mean, it would be a
Roll
pretty
me a
solid.
d4, please.
I really sorry if I.
If that bounces back and hits any of us, we're dead. You know that, right?
one.
Elmarin. Take 2 damage as you are pushed, as you feel like you've been hit by something and you're pushed across the floor.
I have 1 hit point left. Just letting everybody know. I am pretty much dead.
I have 2.
Hagen pulls back. Obviously, Hammerzite's not going to get through the barrier, and he looks back to Ilmarin, assuming that Ilmarin is the only one who has a chance of breaching this.
You'll never find the secret of the orb. It is all powerful. It is all necromantic. It is mine. And so will this land be mine. I will rule. She will rule. She's going to rule. You're all going to die. Slowly. Yes, slowly indeed. Yes, slowly you'll die.
Only the living may enter. Is that?
Well, we tried to enter and we bounced back pretty hard. Well, can we make a perception check around this area to see if we notice anything other than what we've seen?
So all that's in the room is a portal that was open that is now shut. There is a portal that's open still. And there is this staged area. There is a dead flesh golem. Could you make me another roll of D10, please?
Oh, we got to burn that thing.
Okay. There's 4 dead wolves, and there is a three-headed, saggy-skinned, female, naked halfling. And we shall leave it there. So thank you everybody for watching tonight. We've left our group on quite a cliffhanger there. Please join us next week, hopefully, to see if they get rid of Granny Hagfling and Temple of Mayhem. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, players. Please come and join us on the Discord, Garblade Games. And what have we got going on this week? Tomorrow?
I'm not sure what tomorrow during the day is, but tomorrow night, Garblade North America will be continuing with our Achtung Cthulhu.
Cool. Have we got anything? Anybody know anything on Thursday? No. Okay, how about Friday? Anything?
Friday, we'll be returning to Duskval, and you'll see our fledgling crew of assassins attempting their first mission as IDM Blades in the Dark.
Cool. And then Monday we've got City of Mists. Anything in America?
No.
And Tuesday, Aliens finished, isn't it? Okay, I'm sure there'll be something happening next Tuesday. But thank you for joining us. Please do join us on Discord. Lots of good conversations over there about role playing and the like. And yeah, thank you for joining us, and see you next week. See if the boys can get past this little obstacle. Thank you.
Good night.